If you're even thinking about selling your HBAR right now, you are about to make a catastrophic mistake that will literally hand your wealth over to the world's most powerful players. So you've got to ask yourself this. Why is NATO's military, yes, NATO, adopting the exact same technology that retail investors are panic selling into the ground? Stick with me, because by the end of this explainer, you're going to understand the institutional game being played and exactly how to position yourself on the winning side. Let's get into it.
Look, let's be crystal clear about this. The pressure you're feeling in the market right now, it is designed to shake you out. Every single HBAR you sell out of fear is being quietly scooped up by players who operate on a completely different level. This isn't just some random market dip, it's a real-time wealth transfer, and if you give in to the panic, you are on the losing side of that trade. And this is the massive contradiction that should stop you dead in your tracks. While the market, the charts, and social media are all screaming sell, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, the most powerful military alliance on the entire planet, is essentially screaming build. Now that is not a coincidence, my friends. That is a signal that the real fundamental value of this technology is being recognized at the highest possible levels, all while the average investor is being led straight off a cliff. All right, let's kick things off with number 1, the great retail deception. We're going to break down exactly how market sentiment is being weaponized against you.
Okay, so look at what's happening here. It's like two totally different realities playing out at the same time. On one side, you've got the retail sentiment. Google Trends, interest has totally flatlined. Market action, pure panic selling. The overall vibe, just fear and doubt. But then you look at the cold, hard data. The RSI indicator is screaming that this thing is extremely oversold at a level we literally haven't seen since the absolute bottom of the 2022 bear market. While retail is selling based on emotion, smart money is buying based on math. It's two different games, people.
And this right here? This just nails the entire strategy. It's a classic market trap. The whole point is to create maximum psychological pain, to literally force you to dump your assets at the worst possible price. And history doesn't just suggest, it screams that when public sentiment gets this negative, a massive, powerful reversal isn't just possible, it's almost inevitable.
All right, that brings us to section 2. Let's dig deeper into decoding the data signal. This is what the chart is telling you right now that the crowd is completely sleeping on. Okay, just look at this number, 33.34. That is the current relative strength index for HBAR. Now, this isn't just another boring data point, it's a massive alarm bell going off. We have not seen a level this low since the absolute darkest days of the 2022 bear market, right before the price took off again. This is a 5-alarm fire drill, folks, a signal that this asset is deeply, deeply oversold. So what the heck is the RSI anyway? For anyone who's not a chart wizard, it's pretty simple. It's a momentum indicator. It basically tells you how fast and how much the price has been moving. A reading below 30 is the universal sign for oversold. And at 33.34, HBAR is teetering right on that critical edge, which suggests that the sellers are exhausted and the asset is trading way below its real value. So, okay, here's the kicker. While retail is freaking out about the price, what's been happening behind the curtains? Well, that brings us to number 3. The silent institutional takeover. We're going to follow the money trail here, from US state governments all the way up to global superpowers. Proof point number 1, and this is happening right here in the United States. Forget all the hype and speculation. This is documented, real-world adoption at the state government level. I mean, the proof is right there in the official records. You've got the Virginia Department of Environmental Quality using Hedera to run a statewide market for environmental credits. This isn't some little pilot program, it's a live state-sanctioned system. Then you have Wyoming, which picked Hedera for their stable token project. The pattern here is becoming undeniable. When governments need a secure, stable ledger for real-world, regulated stuff, they keep turning to Hedera. But hold on, it's not just governments. That's where we escalate to proof point number 2, Fortune 500 integration. This is where we see validation happening on a truly massive enterprise scale. Okay, let's really talk about scale for a second. Repsol, a global Fortune 500 energy giant, is on the Hedera Council. Just look at this chart. This isn't just another logo on a website. We are talking about a company with 24 million customers in over 90 countries. And they're not just playing around with the tech. They are actively building a digital identity framework on Hedera to deal with incredibly complex global energy regulations. This is Hedera becoming the trusted plumbing for global enterprise. And that brings us to the final boss, the ultimate proof point, the one that should end all debate, top-tier military validation. This is the ultimate stress test and the ultimate vote of confidence. So what is the ultimate validation? It's NATO's Defense Innovation Accelerator selecting a Hedera-based project called Neuron to build communication systems for drones in active war zones. Just let that sink in for a second. The most powerful military alliance on Earth is trusting Hedera's technology for mission-critical operations in the most hostile environments you can possibly imagine. There is no higher stamp of approval for security and reliability, period. So, with all of that on the table, what do? That brings us to our final section, number 4, your next strategic move. Given everything we now know, how do you position yourself for what's coming next? You've got to burn this into your brain. We are in the max pain zone. This is the period of maximum psychological pressure, and it is specifically designed to make you give up right before the trend reverses. The data, the institutional adoption, it's all signaling that this is a moment of immense opportunity, not a moment to be scared. So what's the bottom line here? It's this. This isn't just another coin to trade. This is what you call an FU opportunity. It's the chance to stop being the exit liquidity for the big institutions and instead to finally align your strategy with theirs, to buy what they are quietly accumulating, not sell it to them for pennies on the dollar. Look, if you want to stay ahead of these sharks, you have to take action. This is not a suggestion, it's a command for your portfolio. For Crypto Global News, you need to subscribe now. Don't wait. Then you absolutely have to activate that bell icon so you don't miss the next critical update. And finally, join our Telegram. That's where you get the uncensored analysis we can't share here. Like this explainer and share it with someone who needs to see. And for all my US viewers, listen up. You want the real uncensored alpha before anyone else gets it? This is for you. Scan the QR code on your screen right now, or hit the link in the description below and join my Telegram channel. That's where the real-time updates happen first. So I'm going to leave you with this one last question to chew on. We've seen state governments adopt it, we've seen NATO build on it. So the obvious question is, which US federal agency is going to be next? Well, I break down the top candidates in the video waiting for you right here on the screen. Go ahead and click it. I'll see you in there.
Stay ahead in the crypto market. Subscribe now for the latest global news and updates.